MaximumFun.com.
Fox News alert on breaking developments on that deadly explosion during a military training exercise, as the top Democrat in Congress raises questions by bringing up the accident while moments later complaining about recent changes to the military budget. Brand new hour here of America Live. Welcome, everyone. I'm Megyn Kelly. An investigation is now underway after a mortar exploded unexpectedly, killing 7 U.S. Marines. The accident was at the Hawthorne Army Depot in Nevada. Now, that is the home of Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid. That state is his home state, who took to the Senate floor just after word of the deadly blast earlier this morning. And as moments after he acknowledged it, he chose to raise the issue of the sequester budget cuts. Listen here.
Mr. President, late last night, 7 of our Marines were killed in Hawthorne, and many others were injured in an explosion during a training exercise near the ammunition depot, Hawthorne, Nevada. We don't know exactly what happened, but it was a violent explosion. We know that. My thoughts are with those who were injured, and of course the families of those who lost loved ones. I'm going to do whatever I can going forward to support the United States military and the families of the fallen Marines. And Mr. President, it's very important we continue training our military. So important. But one of the things in sequester is we cut back in training and maintenance. That's the way sequester was written.
National Security Correspondent Jennifer Griffin is live at the Pentagon with more. Jennifer?
Megyn, this was just hours after the tragedy when Senator Harry Reid took to the Senate floor, used the Hawthorne accident as an opportunity to talk about the potential impact of sequestration on military readiness.
It's just not appropriate, Mr. President, that our military can't train and do the maintenance necessary. These men and women, our Marines, were training there in Hawthorne. And with the sequester, it's going to cut this stuff back. And I just hope everyone understands the sacrifices made by our military. They are significant.
The cause of the explosion is still under investigation by the Marines, but military officials confirmed that a 60-millimeter mortar round exploded prematurely inside its tube at about 7 p.m. local time. The Pentagon has issued a ban at this time on using 60-millimeter mortars until the investigation is complete. This was a nighttime live-fire exercise carried out at an Army ammunition depot. 7 Marines from Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, from the 2nd Marine Division were killed. 3 of them immediately. The others died while waiting to be medevaced to nearby hospitals. Some of the wounded were taken to Reno, 140 miles away. Hawthorne Army Depot has been used since 1930. It is 230 square miles and has nearly 3,000 buildings and has desert conditions similar to Iraq and Afghanistan.
But one of the things in sequester is we cut back in training and maintenance. That's the way sequester was written.
Marine officials who we've spoken to in the wake of the Hawthorne incident had this to say about Senator Reid's comments. Quote, "I don't know how anyone could link this accident to budget cuts. Budget cuts would never cause Marines to operate in unsafe conditions." Megyn.
Jennifer, thank you. And just wanted to tell our viewers, so we edited that soundbite of Harry Reid going into Jennifer's report just for brevity, but I'll tell you exactly what he says. He says, we played this part for you. Mr. President, late last night, 7 of our Marines were killed. Many others were injured during this explosion at a training exercise. We don't know exactly what happened, but it was a violent explosion. My thoughts are with those injured and the families of those who lost loved ones. And this is the part that we took out. And Marines all over the world are now focusing on the loss of their fellow Marines. They're grieving this loss. Details are emerging. We don't really know that the area has been blocked off. As I indicated, it was quite a big explosion. We'll follow this news very closely. I'll do whatever I can going forward to support U.S. military and the families of the fallen Marines and so on. We played that second part. Just wanted to, it jumped out at me what was in between, you know, the discussion about the Hawthorne incident and when he jumped to talk about sequester. And I just wanted to be transparent with you that he didn't switch topics. He was still on the topic of what happened in Hawthorne. So there you have it. And we'll try to get reaction from Senator Reid's office as to why he chose that moment to address the sequester and the budget cuts to the military.